there's been other JWebinars on the data products, but I'll briefly go through what we get from NearSpec MOS. So from stage 1, we get these rate files, and so these are the count rate slopes, and I've drawn on here with one of these notebooks, as I'll show in a minute. These are the extraction regions for each spectrum. And so it's useful to have a look at these and to see if there's any artifacts or things in the image that might be getting in the way. And yeah, so this is what you get from stage 1 of the pipeline. And then stages 2 and 3, you get these data products. So cal, S2D, and X1D come out of both stage 2 and stage 3. Stage 2 extracts spectra from each individual detector. And then stage 3 combines them, the detectors and also the various exposures. So this is showing one of the standard 3 slitlet nods, where you'll go up and down and subtract one nod from the other. And as I showed over here, these spectra often span 2 detectors. So from spec 2, it'll just process one of them, and then from spec 3, it'll put them both together, and then it'll subtract one from the other. So you get this final the 2D extraction. Here I show the rectified version, so it's more like a rectangle, and then the 1D extraction down here. There's a lot of steps that I tried to summarize. We won't go into detail here, and you can play with the different parameters for all these that we'll also show a little bit. And so one of the main goals of this notebook was to show how to reprocess your data. And this was just a month or two ago, the demo notebook that I'd made, showing what you get from MAST, and then if you reprocess it with this notebook that I'll show. But the pipeline has improved a lot lately. And so now when we run it, we get this. So this is what you get out of MAST. Or if you don't get this quite yet, the latest pipeline updates are being processed through all the MAST files. So you should see it soon. But this is the latest pipeline with the defaults. So one of the most noticeable things is just the snowball subtraction for artifacts has been turned on by default. So now those go away, and they're pretty similar. And it's hard to even tell, qualitatively which one is better. So a big, thanks to all the people who've been working on this. In particular, Melanie Clark has done a ton of great work on the pipeline improvements lately. And so this is a brief summary of some of the improvements, and you can also go to these web pages to see more details about the improvements to both the calibration, to the pipeline, and the calibration. And I go through some of these here. I won't go into detail, but a lot of work has been done. I think most of this is relatively recently. And there's plenty more work to do. I just mentioned a few things here that we either will be working on soon or is what we know that we need to work on. And including from folks in the community, we have our own calibration programs here. And there's also the community is leading some, and thanks again for that. And the community is helping to figure things out, and we appreciate that. So as we go through this, there's a lot we've figured out, but there's other things that you can continue to help teach us, and we appreciate that.